Think you can't buy a home because your credit score or because your divorce is not finalized? What if I told you waiting for your credit to be perfect or those final signatures could cost you your dream home? In this market, hesitation could mean higher prices and missing out on the chance for you to own your home altogether. Stay with me because I'm breaking down how you can still buy a house even with less than perfect credit or just being separated, and why waiting might not be an option you can afford. Hello, everyone. My name is Tarah Frig. I am the team lead of Masterful Moves Realty Group, and welcome to this week's What the Frig Friday. Today, I'm going to be talking about a few myths. The two myths that I'm going to be talking about are can I purchase a home with low credit, and can I purchase a home if I'm getting a divorce? So definitely you can get a mortgage if you're not divorced yet and if you have low credit. First, I'm going to discuss how you get your credit. So your credit comes from 5 different things. From payment history, so are you making your payments on time? Credit utilization, so how much of available credit are you using? The length of credit history, so how long have you had your accounts open for? The types of credit used, so a mix of credit types, credit cards, loans. So are they revolving, which means like a credit card or a payment? And if you've had any new credit applications. So there's 5 ways that they rate your credit. And I want you to be mindful as well when you're looking at your credit that if you're looking at Equifax or you're looking at TransUnion, they might be different because it's all on a weighted scale. So this might be 35 at one and this might be 40 at the other, which is going to change your number for your credit. So just be mindful of that when you are thinking about your credit. And if you're checking your credit on something like Credit Karma, remember you are the product. So they might give you a little bit higher of a credit score because they want you to click the button and get a credit card. So be mindful of that. But it is possible to get a mortgage if you have lower credit. It doesn't need to be perfect credit. Now, the thing with your credit score, it's about risk. So if you have a really low credit score, but you potentially have really good income, or there's a picture that you can create around your credit score, it might be beneficial to reach out to a mortgage broker and see if they can get in touch with different lenders. So different lenders are going to offer different products based on how they see you as risk worthy. So being mindful of what that looks like is key. You don't have to have perfect credit to get a mortgage because it really is about your income, your employment stability, debt to income ratios, and your down payment source. So making sure that you can paint that picture to the lender is going to be key in regards to that credit conversation. And I know that speaking to a mortgage broker early can really give you some different tactics in regards to how you can get a mortgage and what you need to do to increase your score, or what different lenders will look at so you can get into that mortgage faster. So you don't need a perfect score at all. And the same thing goes with if you are getting a divorce. I have seen in the past where all they really want to know if you're going to be getting alimony, if you had shared debts or whatever, that might be something. But I had one client who was getting a divorce and he put all his stuff in for a mortgage and they just needed a tabletop letter to state, hey, I'm not going to take you for alimony, and then have that notarized. So depending again on the lender, it's very lender specific. And I think that's super important to understand when you are working with or trying to get a mortgage, and when you're working with your mortgage broker, asking them how many different lenders do they work with is a super important question, because it really depends on who they work with in regards to what mortgage they're going to be able to provide for you. And that's the same thing if you're going to your bank. You might have a really great relationship with your bank, and your bank might be able to really get you a good interest rate on a conventional mortgage, but something like getting a divorce or getting having lower credit, have that conversation, but be mindful that you might need to speak to a mortgage broker, because the way that I like to think about, a mortgage broker versus your bank, you go to Walmart and all you see on the shelves is great value products. That would be like going to your bank, because they can only sell you a bank's product. They can't go out and shop around and get you whatever product that you want. So going to a mortgage broker who uses many different lenders is super important for that, so that you can make sure that they're able to take, your profile, your package, what your pre-qualifications are, and take that to different lenders. So super important in regards to both your credit score, and if you are going through a divorce, you might not have to wait for that divorce certificate before you can get a mortgage. So alternative lenders and your mortgage brokers are something that I think is key in regards to getting that mortgage and not missing out. Some of the things that I think we could work through as well when you speak to that mortgage broker is make sure you have a game plan in regards to what you need to do to get your credit. How do you increase your credit score? Make an actionable plan, have the identity of a homeowner, and make sure that you're like, okay, if I'm going to be a homeowner and this is something that I want, I need to take this stuff seriously, and I need to be responsible for my credit and know what affects it and try not to do those things. And if you are getting a divorce, finding out what your shared assets, liabilities, and all of that stuff is in the divorce, and making sure that potentially you can go to a lender. I've seen tabletop agreements, I've seen notary letters. Like, there's different lenders that will look for different things depending on what your financial situation is in regards to that divorce. Can they affect your credit score? What do they have that shared item? Might be things that your mortgage broker might look at, but it is absolutely possible to get a mortgage depending on your situation. Talk to a mortgage broker, because different lenders will offer different things. So making sure that you're speaking to a mortgage broker who uses many different lenders is key, and having that relationship open with the right mortgage broker, I definitely think in these creative situations is going to be key to making sure that you can get into the market. But if you can really get into the market and you don't miss out on what's going to be happening in the next few years, I think is going to be key, especially considering credit repair can take a while, and so can getting a divorce depending on your situation and your conditions. So it is absolutely possible to get a mortgage with lower credit or going through a divorce. If you need referrals, please don't hesitate to reach out. And ask around. Again, you can interview your mortgage broker, and one of the questions I would make sure you ask is, how many different lenders do you work with? Because that's going to be key in regards to making sure that you can get to a lender that is going to work with someone who potentially has lower credit and or getting the divorce, because it might be seen as a little bit more risky for the lender to look at these things. So I hope that you had a great time watching. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. If you have got a mortgage with lower credit or getting through divorce, please put it in the comments. Give us your tips and tricks of what works for you, or even if you've used a mortgage broker, what mortgage broker you used to be able to get through and get you mortgages with lower credit or going through a divorce. So thanks again for watching. And if you are looking to learn more or get into, the next steps of your real estate journey, don't hesitate to reach out. Me and the team are here to serve you. If it's 4 days, 4 months, or 4 years, it's never too early to connect. Just go to the Masterful Moves Realty Group website and hit the schedule a meeting, and we can connect. There's also the phone number on there as well. So don't hesitate to reach out, because we are here to serve, and it's never too early. And remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might find it useful, who is thinking about purchasing or maybe going through a divorce or having low credit. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we are looking forward to seeing you in the next video.